Hello there, vinyl community. Back here with another update. This one's kind of a mixed bag of just this small batch of LPs I've gotten within the past few weeks. I'm going to go ahead and start now. This was a Record Store Day Black Friday release that I fell in love with and got. This is the Herbie Hancock Direct Step reissue, because this, I believe, originally came out in Japan. And this is a great record and a great sounding repress. It's a shame they just put it in like a plain white inner sleeve. But it's on this weird looking Columbia label. Like, it looks weird to me in person because I'm so used to seeing the original Columbias, and then seeing it the way that they print it is a wee bit different. Also has this insert with some Japanese writing and this weird picture on the first side, so pretty cool there. I think that's the only new one that I've got this show. Also got this British pressing of Ravi Shankar Improvisations on Liberty Records, and I fell in love with this record too. This is a fantastic record, and it has this British inner sleeve with it, with a little patents applied for thing, and it's in really beautiful condition. Solid, excellent. Looks like it's hardly been played, and sounds fantastic too. So also got this British first pressing in stereo of Fairy Tale by Donovan. Fantastic record that I've overlooked for the longest time, and I've really wound up enjoying it. It has the flip back cover and the laminated cover, also in a British inner sleeve, and it is on this red or pink, whatever you want to call it, pie label. Also in really nice condition, and this was a great listen. This is the first pressing of Sometime in New York City by John Lennon and Yoko Ono. It doesn't have the mail-out registration thing to try to keep them in the US, but it does. The former owner threw the original receipt in there. September 25th, 1972, after tax, this was $5.24. It does have this insert, though, which is just the little postcard of the Statue of Liberty. Here's the first inner sleeve on it, and the discs on these are in great condition as well. This one actually has some kind of weird scuff on here. I never actually noticed that before. I just picked it up in the camera. Yeah, so that's like some weird looking scuff, but I didn't notice anything wrong with it when I played it, and I've already played this album twice. So, and here's the second inner sleeve with them doing their little makeover of the Live at Fillmore East album cover by the Mothers of Invention. This right here is a British first pressing of the Byrds Greatest Hits with the laminated cover. This is also in stereo, and that's the spine on it. Has the original inner sleeve, and it is on this red CBS label in lovely condition as well. This next one is kind of a strange case here. I haven't put it in the Discogs yet. I can't find anything about it online, not on Discogs, no sales, nothing by the catalog numbers or name. And I'm going to assume that it's made in Spain because of some stuff. I'll show you. But this is called Made in England #2. It has a laminated cover. It's a compilation album that has some great stuff on it. Take a look at this track listing. I'm a Man by the Spencer Davis Group, LSD by the Pretty Things, 98.6 by Keith. Got some the Trogs on here, Manfred Mann, Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick and Titch, Blues Magoos. And in the bottom corner it has some kind of thing for Madrid and Jordan. But then also down here it has SA, so I don't know what that means, but I'm just assuming this was made in Spain. Interestingly also, this is mono and it's in great condition, and it sounds fantastic as well, so it was a real treat to hear, and it's a fantastic compilation. I've thrown this on an absolute 10. A long while ago I got this, and I'm pretty sure I showed it. It's a nice mono copy of Future by the Seeds, and this copy didn't have any of the inserts, and I stumbled upon just one of the inserts. I know it had like 2 or 3 of them in here, but it was nice just to find this one with the little flowers on it that says cut and paste anywhere. So I just decided to throw it in with this since I got it, and now this has one of the inserts, so little update on that. This is a white label promo copy of Wet Dream by Richard Wright, his first solo album away from Pink Floyd, and honestly, I was not a huge fan of it. It's a decent album. Might grow on me, but it sounded just like kind of typical 70s pop. And it's white label, and probably going to give it another listen or two before I get like a final evaluation on it, but it just didn't really grab me that much. What's this over here? Focus by Stan Getz. This is a Capitol Record Club copy in really nice condition. And it's on this black Verve label, and of course looks kind of weird because it's the Capitol, so it's not like the typical like deep sort of black Verve label you see. These next bunch were when I went to a thrift store going back a few weeks, and they had this excellent lot of Frank Sinatra there, and I decided to grab them because they're all in really nice condition and great Frank albums. This is Sinatra's Swinging Session. Really nice condition on this one. And that's what blew me away the most, and they all have the original inner sleeves, and they're just all really nice. And, you know, when you see Sinatra in this sort of condition at, like, a thrift store, you don't just leave that, man, you know? These are too nice to just leave there, even though a lot of times Frank Sinatra is, like, a thrift store mainstay. You know, when you find them nice, though, grab them. This one only has, like, a little bit of, like, slight chipping on the cover, but nothing terrible. Come Fly With Me. This isn't a first press. I believe this is, like, a 1960 copy, because the first pressings were on the black Capitol label. And this one is on the rainbow label, just normal rainbow label. But like I'm saying, you know, they're all fantastic condition, and, you know, they all play great. So when you see them like this, you gotta snag them. Get that in there. This is Sinatra's Sinatra. This is a reprise record from him. A little bit later on into the 60s, I believe. Again with the original inner sleeve. And beautiful condition. This one's in stereo. This one I actually have an outer because it's in the shrink. My Way. Really great record from him. Classic. This one just has a plain white inner sleeve. And it's on that two-tone reprise label in fantastic condition. And this was the last from that Frank Sinatra haul. This is just a greatest hits record from him. And all of these, you know, for the most part, have really solid covers, really nice discs. This one, the inner sleeve's a bit tattered on it, but the disc is really nice as well. Really gorgeous condition on it. These were obviously very well cared for. Didn't get too many 8-tracks, but I got some really good ones. This first one, really glad to have it, because I got the first ever documented US 8-track of this. And this is an original version of Pacific Ocean Blue by Dennis Wilson. It's in absolutely phenomenal condition and sounds great. Also got these next few in a trade. This is Hot Rats by Frank Zappa, original on the yellow cartridge. Original pink label cartridge of Wild Honey by the Beach Boys. This one has the slipcase. This has the slipcase as well, but it's a little bit later. Burnt Weenie Sandwich by the Mothers of Invention. And the label on it's just black. I also got Sailor by the Steve Miller Band, a bit of a later record club one. But still not one you come across every day. These two are sealed. Sweet Memories by Willie Nelson. And Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas. And let me grab this other batch. This is a great comp. It's just British gold. Really, really good stuff. I also got Paul Simon's Greatest Hits, etc. Neil Diamond Early Classics. Bat Outta Hell by Meatloaf, an essential record. Get the Knack by The Knack. And Aretha's Greatest Hits by Aretha Franklin. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate all the support that I've been getting from you guys, and I hope to be putting out a bit more stuff since we're all in the same situation with quarantine. Everyone, please stay safe out there. Peace and love.